Hi, my name is Valeria and today I'm going to be interviewing new and old residents here in Lubbock to really get balanced opinions on culture shocks here in Lubbock. To start off my research, I do want to say that I looked through some websites where people can post anonymously their opinions, like Quora or Reddit, and a lot of people do mention that they think this is an overly obsessed football town, or that people are very dramatic here, or that people are overly nice. I interviewed 2 freshmen and 2 residents here in Lubbock, and this is what they have to say.
Definitely just the sheer size.
Its inhabitants.
The traffic was a lot less bad.
Religious position.
Kind of lonely at first, because there aren't very many people out and about. So I was like, whoa, where are the people? Let's see, yesterday I was driving through downtown Lubbock and there was like nobody. There was nobody there. And then you compare that to like downtown Grapevine and Fort Worth, or like downtown Fort Worth itself. It's like bustling. There's lots of people everywhere.
Just like any city, obviously you have a lower income side and higher income side. You have development going on. You'll notice that the thinking of the people here are pretty much the same from those different economic zones. The flatness of Lubbock is also something that was kind of a culture shock to me. Everybody around here, though, you think they might be like cotton farmers or like mainly agricultural. They're not. I think it's mainly Texas Tech that is the culture of this city.
There really isn't much to do around here besides like eat food.
So when I moved here, I was also 7 months pregnant with my first child. So all of my culture shocks of being in Lubbock are totally enmeshed with my first pregnancy. It's hard for me to separate them. Some things that were the same were sort of kind of like how distant everyone is. They keep to themselves. And Massachusetts has a similar reservedness. But I was really used to a very vibrant city that had a lot of places to eat and a lot of music venues. So many music venues in Cambridge and Boston. And despite Lubbock being renowned for having this incredible music scene, I couldn't find that much evidence of it. So that was kind of a shock.
Get out and go out with my friends instead of just sitting in my dorm, because that makes it feel more lonely. So I think branching out and making like friendships really helps, because then you can like be like, hey, you want to go get coffee, or like we could go get dinner or something. And I think that helps the loneliness more.
But overall, just my adjustments have been smaller city, less need to travel around, ends up making, I guess, like an easier commute.
Things are a lot more calm than in a big city, and it's a lot quieter here.
But one thing I did really like that felt like home, believe it or not, was the grocery stores, Market Street, and they were open 24 hours. And many places in Boston are, and very few places in Lubbock are. And so I would kind of take refuge in the Market Street because it would feel familiar.
I think a really good thing about Lubbock is, since it's so small, is everything is kind of close together. So it's like, if you have a car, then you could literally drive 10 minutes and you could get to like a grocery store. You don't even have to drive 10 minutes. You could drive less than that. You could get to a grocery store, you could get to like a hospital, you could get to, a multitude of like food places. So it's like, you're not stuck.
I'd say something difficult about living here is, once again referencing the other questions, it's small size. So it's flat land basically. There's no hills, there's nowhere to really go up. You have a hill in Urbanovsky, but that's pretty much it.
I would say that everything's pretty close by, so it's very easy to get to different places in a reasonable amount of time.
How slow the pace of life is here, and how easy it is to get everywhere because of those like 7-lane streets. There's no traffic, everything's pretty close, you can get anywhere in 10 to 15 minutes, not that much to do. So you don't feel like you're missing out. And it was a great way to raise kids, like just so easy, and then also so affordable.
You know, having stuff to do, because it's like, for me personally, I don't want to sit around and do nothing. And you know, like finding people that you connect with really well, and finding places that you like to spend time in, like here in the College of Architecture, it's like everybody's just kind of like connected, and nobody's really like strangers.
The culture in the college, obviously mainly here in the College of Architecture, all of my friends and all of my professors. One professor talked about Lubbock as a flat land, and that's how I kind of got these ideas to think about it differently and to think about it more spiritually. When it comes to my friends, obviously they come from a lot of different backgrounds, so still having that sense of culture, even in an isolated place like Lubbock, has also helped me adjust.
I would say that getting to know a bunch of people has helped me adjust to living here.
I credit the College of Architecture for that, because it was where I gained employment and colleagues, and actually the whole mindset of a College of Architecture is to participate in your surroundings, in your environment, be aware of the environment around you. I'm with a bunch of like-minded individuals that are constantly paying attention to and critiquing our surroundings, and so and a lot of colleagues opened my eyes to some of the wonderful things about the Llano Estacado and the huge horizon and the Playa Lakes and Ransom Canyon and other geological features.
I like to wake up around 9:30, and then I'll read my Bible, and then I'll go and I'll work out, and then I'll come back and shower, and then usually I'll have a 2 p.m. class. So it's nice to go and have that space for myself and just like, you know, physical, spiritual betterment before I go and take on the day.
While I'm mainly referring to a morning routine, like brushing your teeth and all that, I mean, there's also routines at night after you get done with school, being able to relax or put on a TV show, or going with your friends to like one of the 2 coffee shops that everybody goes to, are some routines here that kind of help adjust yourself to Lubbock.
I would say keeping my daily routine from home helped a lot, and plus adding stuff that I could rely on, like going to the gym or eating certain places or even classes. That's a daily habit.
No, daily routines did not help. I never really established any daily routines. As anyone who's had little kids know, they change constantly, and as soon as you think you have one schedule, it's up in the air again.
I've been blessed with multiple friendships, and most of my classes, like the camera woman here, she and lots of others have been awesome.
I guess more impactful relationships that have made me feel at home are the ones I've made with my professors. Firstly, because they helped me think about Lubbock differently. So the reason that I had come here was because it was so far removed from everything. And I hadn't had that experience before, especially a small town, or I guess city, what it is now. But making those connections with my professors, not only to think about Lubbock, but also the surrounding context of the Llano Estacado, of the plateaus that we live in here, as well as lands beyond, such as the American West and land arts and all of that.
I would say having new friendships really helped, because you get to explore a new place together with new people.
Other than my family relationships, which have been a huge focus of my life for the past 10 years, I've been working with students and teaching first year with an army of TAs. It's one of my favorite things.
My biggest restriction is not having a car.
Just the architecture, the political nature, and the environment of Lubbock is what keeps me from fully adjusting to it.
Having a car or not having people I already knew live here
I really do wish Lubbock had a more vibrant city life, because pretty much when I go to any other city, it feels more exciting than this place.